Give me a bite. Give me a bite. Give me a bite of that. Give me a bite of that. Give me a piece of that. Give me a piece of that. I love a piece of that. Bite-sized Thursday.
Welcome one and all. Today's show is going to be fun.
Does that feel like a tuning fork just went out?
I think I just got like a crown put in or something.
It's going to be a good episode because we're watching a show. Anyways, it's Side by Side. And today, in case you missed the last episode, today we're talking about the reboot of Full House, which is cleverly, might I say, very cleverly titled Fuller House.
I was going to guess that.
I don't know. I know this show isn't very good.
You were going to guess that?
Yeah. But we're gonna analyze, we're gonna discuss, we're gonna figure out where they went wrong in making this reboot of a show.
How about with the fact that they rebooted the show? Because it's almost 30 years after that first episode aired.
Yeah, it is.
2016. I remember. We all remember 2016, right?
Oh, that was a very good year. 2016.
Did you get married in 2016?
Maybe.
2016. That's when the Pokemon Go was big. That's when.
At least it's 2016. That's what
you say that like Pokemon Go isn't. Oh wait, my microphone is over here.
Hey, that might help just a little bit.
You say that like Pokemon Go isn't still like the most profitable app on the App Store.
Are people still playing Pokemon Go? Oh my!
They're integrating it into the physical card game now.
Oh my god!
There's a card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a card game.
Yeah, your Typhlosion. You know this.
EX holographic 168.
And I got my
proving
Umbreon alternate art VMAX thing.
I played it.
Sounds like some kind of like hardware tool you get over the counter.
But just like they're rebooting Pokemon, they rebooted Full House, and we decided out of our own free will to watch it.
Yeah.
Free will, huh?
Not because we want to, but we were comparing it to
We're doing it for you.
We're doing this for the people.
You are making us do this.
So I hope you're happy, because we're gonna watch this. You guys wanna
They just like to see us in torture.
Yeah. You have anything to look forward in this? Are you looking forward to this at all?
Hey, at least it'll be nap time.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, just rest your eyes for 35 minutes. You're gonna get a little power nap.
Okay.
Yeah, you could probably still talk about it after that because about the same amount will happen.
That's very true. All right, well, this is gonna be fun. If you guys don't want to say anything else, then I guess that's just we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch Fuller House, guys.
Yeah. Take a bite.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We just watched Fuller House.
And might I say, oof.
And what do you think the consensus of how we feel?
More like Fuller crap. This is like the third or fourth time I've seen this. I think I dislike it more every time.
It's bad.
And there's like 4 seasons?
Yeah. How?
It's like 60 or 80 episodes, something like that.
It's bad. Okay, really quick, I want to get this out of the way before we dog on this, because there's one... Okay, no, there's a couple of funny parts, but not intentionally. The one actual intentional, somewhat decent, not entirely horrible part is when DJ starts, complaining about taking everything on at once or her responsibilities. I thought that was sweet, heartfelt. I could see where the sentimentality was supposed to be, and then they chopped it off and immediately recreated the same ending of the first episode.
Yep.
Which, like I said, that's the only somewhat
and
supposed to be decent
and the
part.
4 characters that I like from the first show are gone. And we're left with the characters I never liked in the other show. Because what do most people like the old show for? The 3 guys and Becky.
Yeah.
What part of the old show was pretty annoying all the time?
The kids.
Yes. And what are we left with for this show?
The
kids, and they're more annoying, more forgettable kids whose names I don't even remember.
I can't even remember any of them.
But then Steve.
And then Steve.
I know the big four make cameos. I do know
If it's any consolation, Steve is a major part in the show later on. I have watched very far into it.
Really? Jake, how many episodes have you seen of this?
No one cares about spoilers?
No.
Okay. So there's an episode where there's a big flash mob and it's kind of a musical episode and Steve proposes to her. And I think that's in like the 3rd season.
Interesting.
So let me tell you, I do feel a lot of nostalgia for Full House. So I watched this and I thought, oh God, it's pretty awful, but it might get better. And like, it does kind of hit that nostalgia nerve, especially since I hadn't, I know we just watched Full House last week.
Literally
and I hadn't watched it in a long time. So I was like, okay, it plays with that nostalgia nerve that I have.
It's hitting that.
So I kept watching it. And eventually it got to the point where it was just like something I would put on that was white noise while I did something on my computer.
Fair. That's totally. It seems like that kind of show to just kind of have on in the background where you tune in when you hear something funny.
So you don't tune in at all.
Actually, the little kid, I don't remember the 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
The older one or the middle one?
So the oldest one is Kimmy's girl.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. There's 3 boys.
Yeah, that's why.
The middle one and the oldest one.
So the clean freak and whatever the oldest one does.
He gets really funny. Like they swap the middle one.
The middle one.
They swap roles eventually, and the big one becomes the dumb one, and the middle one becomes the smart one.
Interesting.
That actually is pretty funny.
Interesting.
Like they find their footing with that.
Yes.
That's good. I mean, listen, it has to have made an impact on some people because they made 4 seasons of it. So if you like the show, more props to you because I don't think any of us really liked it all that much.
What did you say about right after we got it done? What did you say?
It's what happens when you try to recapture nostalgia and all you have is nostalgia.
Yeah, I think that hits it exactly on the head. Like, especially when they did that split screen at the very end. Like, we get it. You're bringing back the same 35
minutes. We've gotten it for the whole 35 minutes. My goodness. Well,
and especially like what I was saying, like the somewhat decent part that I thought was when DJ was like, when they actually tried making the show its own. When DJ was like coming across like, I just can't handle this. I need all the help. That seems like a relatable thing. And then you sweep the rug out from under that and recreate the show ending. Like, you took any actual development they made and they just chopped it down.
If it's any consolation, it does kind of become its own thing. It's just not ever really great.
That's fair.
I mean,
this is a novelty episode.
Yeah, that's true.
And also I understand that this is coming from a 35-year-old white man. It might speak to some single moms out there, or just some girls that have a group of friends like that.
That makes sense.
I get that, and it is very much written that way, I think.
Yeah, I don't. We're not the target audience at all
in the later seasons, but I think the more I'm thinking about it, like, it doesn't make the episode better, but it's kind of like The Force Awakens in this, in that this is what it needs. No, really, listen to me. This is what it needs to be. People would not have been happy with it had it not been this, and they would not have made 4 seasons of it. I know you're not happy with it because it is this.
That's a very interesting take, but I totally see that.
When this dropped and I watched it with a couple people at school, it was fun to see everyone pop up. I get it. It's just one of those things, like, give it 10 years, someone who's like 15, 20, who didn't grow up with either show, say they've never seen either one. That's going to mean nothing to them.
Exactly.
And then you tell them, oh, this is like a sequel show. And they go, oh, there's another show? And you go, yeah, how long is that? There's like, what, 7 or 8 seasons?
Full House isn't even on Netflix.
No,
it's on HBO Max.
Yeah, so like, someone scrolling through Netflix, oh, my parents always talk about this. It's not the same show. Well, where do I go to watch the original show? Oh, you have to go to a whole different.
Yeah,
just one of those things. It is for the fans of the first show So then it makes it hard to be accessible for other people jumping in at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And are other episodes that long, or is that just the special case?
I don't remember. I think they get shorter. I think some are shorter and some are longer.
Because I know we had to look at the time code a couple times. We're like, is it over yet? We got
again. Now that I'm thinking about it and remembering it, it does get better.
Okay.
Not that much better.
Mm-hmm.
But, they start to bring in like Steve and DJ get together. Kimberly and Fernando get back together. And
Kimberly?
Yeah.
Kimberly Gibbler.
Using her full name?
Oh. I said because I was going to say Kimberlina.
Oh, there you go.
But he comes on the show and moves in with them. And
that doesn't.
He's pretty funny.
Okay.
And then Kimmy has her
kid Ramona.
No, she's kind of funny, but more embarrassing than funny.
Fair.
No, she has a brother.
Oh,
and he's a wildlife photographer, and he is.
That's interesting.
He's funny.
Is Dwayne in it?
No. But
not worth
it.
Whatever.
The Kimmy's brother and Stephanie get together.
They have a thing.
And so now when everybody has a pairing, that makes it better for some reason.
Okay. Interesting.
So they play off each other, probably.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I'll probably never, ever, ever watch it.
I don't. Yeah. I will. Maybe at some point I will finish the 4th season. Or even start the 4th season.
So then your heart will be fuller.
I will come back.
Just a little bit fuller.
I will come back and report my findings.
Please do. I'm very interested. But okay, I have to mention this, and I know we are laughing so hard. We cannot pass up.
Hold on before you start this.
Okay.
What about that Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen?
That's true. That actually is probably the second best line of the show.
That's the best deliberate joke.
Okay. That's a good point.
Deliberate funny moment when they say, "Oh, she's in London running her fashion empire."
Mm-hmm. Everyone,
they just look at cuts to a full shot of all of them, and you're like, "Okay." I remember sitting there that first, and like, "Okay, that's good."
That's pretty funny. You got to dog on Mary-Kate and Ashley a little bit for that.
So, Wanda is Elizabeth, right?
Yeah.
How much does she actually look like them?
A lot.
She looks a little bit. She does, but
I wonder if they could have just hired her and had her done.
Oh my god,
that would have been so funny.
Heck, are they still making the show or is it done?
I think it's done.
Oh dang!
In 2020.
I was gonna say if they're still making this, bring Elizabeth Olsen in. That would be.
Oh, they could never get her now. Do you think she would do that now?
Yeah, that's a good
with
point.
How big she is right now.
That's
she's getting her own movie, even though she's already dead.
Actually, we'll see what happens.
Oh, no one's ever dead in the MCU.
True.
Dickie, what is the funniest moment of this episode?
The funniest moment. I have to preface this really quick, but we had to pause the show while we were watching it because we were laughing so hard. Your favorite character, Aunt Becky, Lori Loughlin.
Oh.
Y'all remember when Lori Loughlin got arrested because of a college payment scandal?
Oh.
Wow. In this episode, close to the end, she's like, "Oh, here, I'll take the kids. Oh, but you can have them back when we have to pay for college." Oh my god. That legit.
What do you do with a line like that in hindsight?
Like, it aged like a fine wine. It is so, I am so happy.
Do you know what's kind of funnier?
What's
Netflix could have gone back and taken that line out.
They could have.
And they chose not to.
They're just like, we're going to leave this little nugget here.
Nah, we're good, man. We're good.
People are going to get a kick out of this one. But yes, that was the best unintentional line of the whole show. But now, we have to do something very important. It's going to be a very easy question, but what episode did you prefer?
False.
Can I say neither? They were both pretty cringe.
Okay, but
one is cringe for just being dopey. One is cringe because it's like, remember the dope?
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Remember.
One is trying to establish itself as a show. The other one is
trying to establish
it and nudging you like, remember when we did that?
Remember we did
so
that?
It's like a hyper condensed Jurassic World Dominion.
It's like, do you remember the Do you have the have you ever seen that episode of South Park with the member berries?
No.
Where they're like, remember this? Remember that? Like, he was just always trying to like, oh, we're going to draw him because of nostalgia. Have mercy. Like, all that stuff is, yeah. But that's kind of what
we've decided to have mercy.
Have mercy on yourselves and don't watch Fuller House.
I swear it gets at least a little better.
Nah, that's fair.
Watchable.
Tolerable?
Yeah.
So it's fair to say that Full House is massively and way better than this one.
I mean, there's just something about that 80s nostalgia, man.
Hey, Stranger Things wouldn't be as big as it is if it wasn't for 80s nostalgia.
I don't think Stranger Things is as big of a thing as it once was.
Hey, I will say, at this point that this is dropping, I think it's the second part of season 4 will have. Yeah, it absolutely will. So, I don't know.
When is the second part of season 4?
It comes out, or it came out July 4th weekend.
Why would they?
They split into 2 parts for God knows why.
For both, like, to release it a couple weeks apart from each other?
Because to more audience. I don't know these things. Do I look like I know how Netflix works?
Well, I mean, you watch a lot of TV.
I do, but I don't work at
station.
Thank you. I don't work at Netflix.
EIEIOF1
DICKEY.
Thank you. That's my name.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to stop.
On that note, thank you for listening. Jared, everybody that's watching this hopefully likes our show and wants to see more of us. If they want to see more of us, where can they tune into?
Well, if you wanted to watch something that's actually funny, go to our TikTok. Hey. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can listen to us on the Evil Overlord, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and also check us out here on YouTube. I'm pointing at my computer because computers are where you can watch us.
Everybody can see us, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you can watch them on your phone, too.
You can
tablet,
TV, smart speaker.
I mean,
you can literally tune into us wherever.
Like and subscribe and hit the bell. Leave a comment on if you like Fuller House, and please tell us why.
I would love to know. I would truly love to know.
Yeah.
So from all of us here at All of Slate Media, thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Side by Side. We will continue with more fun, goofy gags and fun stuff. That was really bad.
Take a bite.
Bite me off a piece of that.